Here we have the 4-hour price chart for Microsoft Corporation, stock ticker MSFT. Here we can see that the stock is starting to trend lower after forming a major top. Most of this downside activity occurred during it really began during the July 9 trading session. And this just immediately followed the prior all-time highs, which would have been posted. This would have come during the July 5th trading session, with prices hitting highs of 468.35. So, we're starting to see some kind of a rollover here. And this stock is important for people that, are not only trading Microsoft itself, but, if you're looking to trade the S&P 500, say more broadly, or even the NASDAQ, this is a very good indicator of where the rest of the market is likely to start trading. Large portions of the market tend to follow the broader trends that are seen in this stock, and Microsoft itself does hold a fairly large position within the major index ETFs. So downside price movements here can be very useful for anybody that's also looking to trade maybe the Nasdaq or the S&P 500 as a whole. This can be done through ETFs like SPY or QQQ. In particular, we should be looking at some of these Fibonacci price zones because we are starting to retrace significant portions of this stock's dominant trending move. To get this move, I'm looking at the lows from this. This would be the 31st of May, which came in at 404.50, just above there. And then, as I said, the ultimate highs here came during the July 5th trading session, with highs posting at 468.35. So if we're looking at this as the dominant trend move here, we can see that we have already broken through the 23.6% Fibonacci retracement level. That would be this red zone here. And we have also broken through the 20-period exponential moving average and the 50-period exponential moving average. That would be the yellow line here and the orange line here. So, on a 4-hour basis, we've also closed below this 50-period EMA, exponential moving average. So, these are some bearish signals. This is a kind of a confluence of bearish signals that's starting to develop here. And it is starting to suggest that we're in the process of forming a major top for this stock. So, the next level to the downside that I would really be watching comes in at 444.25. This would be the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement of this broader move. We do have a little bit of a historical support zone here. If we're looking at the July 1st lows, these lows came in at just above 445. So they don't quite exactly match up here. There's about $1.30, $1.40 difference between these two figures. I'd probably like to see those figures a little bit closer, but the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement is generally considered to be a very important retracement level. So, the fact that we do have some historical support in the region does sort of lend some validity to this figure here, just above 444. So, if we do see some sideways consolidation here, we might start to see this purple line. This would be the 100-period EMA. We might start to see this moving average cross above and into the same price region here at 444. And then if that is the case, that would create a very strong support zone. That should theoretically hold prices. But if we did see a break below there, it would also signal that a major, turnaround or reversal is really taking place at that point. The way things currently stand, we're not really seeing this purple line here match up very well with this 444 level currently. It's trading at around just below 439. So we're about $5 away. That would be too far away for me to consider that to be, similar in proximity or region. It's a little bit these levels are a little bit too far away from one another to kind of help each other or strengthen each other, and provide some additional support. But all of that said, you should really still see some sort of support here at this 38.2% retracement. I would expect to see a little bit of a bounce here relatively soon. The downside has been, fairly consistent here And if we look at the trading volumes, we can see that sellers are definitely outnumbering buyers at this point. The indicator reading itself is kind of erratic, and it's not really showing a major trend in either direction. Um, we're seeing a bit of a downtrend previously, but it's all been broken. So currently, all we can really do with the indicator is look at where the RSI is in relation to its exponential moving average, and then look at whether or not we're oversold or overbought, or how far we are away from both of those territories. So as we can see here, the relative strength index itself has really started to break away quite sharply away from its own moving average. That's not seen very often. You typically see these two lines come in contact with each other fairly regularly. So I would expect to start to see some, the distance between these two lines start to close very soon. I wouldn't really expect these two lines to, remain apart for very long. So this would mean that either the RSI needs to rise or the moving average needs to fall. Currently, we're trading at roughly 43, just above 43 in the relative strength index. So this does suggest that we do have some distance here to fall before becoming oversold. Readings below 30 would be considered oversold. So 13 points away from oversold territory does mean that we could still drop here, and possibly even through the 38.2% retracement without becoming oversold. So it's starting to become a bit of a question here. Where prices will actually stop falling. If you were going to trade this on a short-term basis, maybe with tight stops, you could look at this 444 level as a potential entry zone. Um, but overall, you don't have any moving averages really in this area just yet. I don't really think that this purple line here, the 100 period EMA, I don't think that it's going to rise quickly enough to get to the 38.2% retracement in time when by the time prices reach this level. So if we did see a break below 444, this could signal that a much deeper retracement could start to happen. And if that does happen, I would expect to see lower valuations in the S&P 500 and in the Nasdaq. Currently, the 618 retracement would be the next downside target, and this comes in at roughly 430. The 200 period EMA is rising quickly enough to probably reach this area in time. It's not quite there yet, but it should probably get there. By the time prices got there, if we did see declines into this region. So if all of that does happen, I would consider 430 to be a very strong buy for any, very strong buy zone for anybody that's interested in taking long positions in Microsoft Corporation, stock ticker MSFT.